Okay, so this is editing Kemi, and I wanted to come and say, you guys have to excuse the gum, y'all. I'm so sorry. Like, looking back at it now, I was smacking up a storm. I don't even know how you guys are gonna do it, but please mind the smacking. I'm so sorry. And also please mind me looking around. There was like a lot of cars driving around and a lot of things happening outside, so my attention just couldn't focus directly at the camera. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hello, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Knockout Book Reviews. I know it's been a long time, but I'm really hoping that in 2022 that I can be consistent once again and keep posting, especially about books, because I'm definitely in the move and groove of it all. Kind of trying something different and, you know, recording in my car and stuff. So we're gonna see how it is. It actually took me a while to set up this darn camera, but I finally got it set up nonetheless. Now on to what we got on today. And mind my paper, yes, it's a little profesh today, y'all. It's a little profesh. In this episode, I'm going to do a wrap up pretty much of all the books. Well, I shouldn't say all the books because that's like not happening, but some of the best and worst to okay-ish books I read in 2021. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Okay, so to get into a little bit of my stats or whatever, which, mind y'all, how many of you guys use Storygraph? I don't know if you guys use Storygraph or Goodreads. I kind of use both right now. I've hopped onto Storygraph and everything, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't know the layout. I don't know the layout of it. I'm not fond of it. I'm really not fond of it that much. So I find myself back on Goodreads, even though Goodreads, the layout is ass there too, but I don't know, I just like it better. My mind wraps around it better. But anyways, to get into a little bit of the stats, so in 2021 I read 22 books. My average rating was about a 3.6, it says down here. Honestly, I really did that shit because my reading goal, I think, was like 20 books. And when I tell you guys, for majority of the year, I did not think I was even gonna meet that. I literally did not think I was gonna meet that. Like, I read like a good 1 or 2 books in January and February, and then after that, for like a good 5+ months, I didn't read a single thing. I was like out of it. I was not in the reading mood at all. I was so focused on class and school and stuff, and you know, it was probably for the best because I did really well. But yeah, I just was not tapped into books. But I don't know, kind of near the end of my semester, I just got back into books. Sorry, y'all, I had to move because it was not working for me. So I'm in a different area and I feel like the glow is probably nice. So get into it, you guys. So the first book I want to talk about, you guys, is Paper Princess by Erin Watt. That was a 1-star for me. I was not feeling that book. I just did not like that book. I did not like that book. It was very juvenile. I don't know, I think maybe it's YA. It must have been the most cruddiest of cruddiest YA books there is out there, because I was just not feeling that book. The next book I read was The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. That was a full-on 5-star. I'm sure you guys have heard about this book. It's super good. We're pretty much following a Marilyn Monroe type, Evelyn Hugo, and she gives this journalist like one last interview with her to kind of like talk about the 7 husbands that she has and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, it's a love story and stuff, and there's like trail in there, and then it's just super emotional. Like, it's really good though, guys. It's super good. Like, and I listened to the audiobook from Scribd of this book, and like, it was so good, I literally bought the book the next day because I was like, no, this book is so good. The next book is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. I gave this 3 stars. And this book is pretty much a psychological thriller, and it's pretty much about like, y'all, please mind my gum because I will be smacking. I'm so sorry, I will be smacking. But it's a psychological thriller, and it's pretty much about like this woman who I think she shot her husband. This is not a spoiler. She shot her husband, choked him out, something like that. She killed him in some way or fashion. I forgot. I don't even know if they say. I low-key don't remember. But she, you know, does some crazy shit to her husband, and then she ends up in the psych ward. and then this psychologist starts working at the place she's at, and really, I don't remember if it was for her specifically, but he starts working where she's at, and he wants to know more about her, blah 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 blah. You're just pretty much following him and stuff. It was I don't know. Like, it wasn't bad, so bad, but it wasn't great either. I just felt like when the twist came, I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know. It was a 3-star for me. I don't really think I have anything else to say about it. Next, we have The Beautiful Ones by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, and that was another 5 out of 5-star read for me. And so pretty much, this was like Pride and Prejudice vibes with magic. We're following our main character, Nina, and she's pretty much having her debut in the city of Losai, whatever, that's where it's set. And she also has telekinetic powers, so she's kind of struggling with that and like getting in control on that. I think they went to like a party. She wants to go to a party or something like that, but this guy named Hector comes, and he's also telekinetic. Like, I think he performed at the party, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really remember. He had like performed and stuff like that, and she kind of like was dazzled by him, and she was intrigued, and she like pretty much low-key fell in love with him. You know how they do in like them days, girl. They meet a guy one day and they're head over heels. Okay, so that was pretty much her. But Hector comes. Okay, he helps her pretty much with her powers and stuff like that, but Hector is low-key there under false pretenses, because he actually is there to connect with Nina's cousin. I forgot her name, but she was a right bitch. She was a right bitch. When I tell you, that girl was actually mental. Every single time she would do something, I was just like, what is this girl's problem? She is so like bitter. She's so bitter. She's a sour puss, yeah. She's properly sour. She was just sour, like not good vibes at all. Like, ugh. It was every day she was Nina this, Nina that. Like, I was like, girl, you're mental. And it was all the way down until the bitter end. She will not stop. They're together and you're still fighting. Like, literally, I was pissed. She read Pride and Prejudice. I think before this book. Oh no, actually after this book, it made me want to like read Pride and Prejudice. And Pride and Prejudice was not that girl for me. She was just not that girl for me. I know like people eat her up, but classics, I just don't get it. It might just be because I'm not too smart for that. Like, I'm not smart enough to digest the literature, that raw. Like, I got to go and spark notes. What are they saying? Because I don't understand, but at least I'm trying. But anyways, yeah, so, there's not a lot of action in this. You really learn more about the characters in this book. So if you're someone that, really likes plot, you need something to happen, you need some adventure, you're not really gonna get that. Like I said, it's Pride and Prejudice vibes, so it's very much people visiting people's houses and stuff, as they say. So, if you want more than that, you're not gonna get that. That is people we meet on vacation. I low-key forgot to get the authors for this because I don't know the author's name. I think this one might be Emily Henry. There needs to be some cheers if I got that right, because what the fuck? I really feel like that's her name. She was not that girl for me, guys. She really was not. She was not hitting like you girlies say. Mind you, I do want to say, I am not a romance girly. I am not a romance girly. That is not my forte. I don't eat up the romance genre. I just feel like I was romanced out by the time I got out of high school. Like, I was just not feeling the romance thing anymore. Mind you, I didn't really read then, but whatever. I have to be very selective. So these are the ones that people were saying, or this was one of the ones that people were saying are 10 out of 10 good. So, I checked it out. I gave it 3 stars. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't terrible. It was kind of cute. I actually liked it. Like, I don't even think 3 stars is bad. Like, 3 stars is not necessarily bad. It's not. We all know that. The author did a really good job at making the characters kind of jump off the page. I really enjoyed, reading their dialogue because I thought it was actually quite realistic for the most part. And I thought it was cute, and there was a lot of cute moments there, but I guess I just wasn't necessarily feeling the relationship maybe as much as other people were. Like, I got it was cute. I liked that they were like, friends. They met in college. I liked that they would go on trips together and stuff like that, and you know, reading about that. But like, I don't know, I guess I kind of got burnt out like halfway through. I was kind of like over it. And then when they had their you know, their, what is it, their third act miscommunication thing, I just kind of wasn't feeling it. I was just like, you guys already know you guys like each other, like this is really stupid. Like, I don't know, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. Like a romance girl, you eat up romance, you love romance, I definitely think People We Meet on Vacation would definitely be the book for you, because everybody likes it. That's a romance girl, like they eat it up. And I think the author has another one coming out called Book Lovers or something. I can't say I won't check it out. I'm gonna just see what the girls say, you know, about it, if they love it, because I don't know, I feel like the premise behind that book seems a little bit more interesting to me, because I think it's supposed to be like authors maybe swapping genres, or am I mixing that up with something? I really don't know, but I think it's supposed to be about authors or something, and I feel like that would be so cute. So I might check that out depending on what the girls say. Hating Game. Okay, The Hating Game was a 2 out of 5 stars for me, guys. Hating Game, we have another girl and a guy, and what happens in The Hating Game? Oh, I think the main character's name was Lucy and something else. So anyways, whatever. In The Hating Game, we have our main character Lucy, I believe that's her name, who works at a I think it's like a book publishing firm or whatever, something like that. And she has this rivalry with the other guy, I don't remember his name, unfortunately, sorry. They have like a rivalry with each other, and it was just corny. I'm gonna stop trying to explain it. It was corny. I just thought it was corny. It wasn't cute to me. I felt like some stuff was just, I don't know, they were adults and they were like just childish. I don't know, like, and then the smut y'all be talking about, like, do y'all know what smut is? Like, I actually wonder, like, do y'all know what smut is? Because y'all be calling stuff smut and it's like nothing. It's literally nothing happens. So that was what this was giving to me. I mean, if we're talking about that elevator scene, yeah, it was cute. It was cute. I'll give it that. The elevator scene was cute. The other, everything else, no. And just some stuff was weird. Like, he painted the walls the color of her eyes. Was that not scary to y'all? Was that not scary? That was giving serious serial killer to me. Like, I was like, you painted the walls the color of her eyes. She thought that was cute. She was eating it up. She was like, oh my god, you eat my eyes. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about the movie now, but like, and what did y'all think of the movie? The movie was, nah, I don't know. The movie was not it. It was kind of cute, I guess, because Lucille's cute and stuff, but for the most part, I was not really feeling the movie that much. It was drier than the book. I was like, wow, couldn't get no drier. The next book we have is Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. That was, do I need to say 5-star? Duh. Are you joking? Are you joking? That shit was so good. I will say, if I would have read this book physically, I don't think I would have liked the book that much. Because, girl, some of the names, I was getting tripped up when I was listening to the audiobook. But the guy that did the audiobook, woo, put his foot in that hole. It was giving cinematic, you guys. It was giving cinematic. I was like, wow, I'm there with Patroclus. I'm there with Achilles. I'm there with Bria. I can't remember how to say her name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Like, it was so freaking good. So if you don't know what Song of Achilles is, it's pretty much a Greek retelling told from Patroclus' perspective. Patroclus gets exiled from his dad exiles him, excuse me. He goes to wherever Achilles is at, and he starts pretty much living there. They let him in, you know, he starts living there, and then he remembers Achilles from when he was a child, and you know, they just, you know, friendship blossoms, and the friendship turns into something else, and then we follow their life. And, you know, I'm really romanticizing it right now, even though Achilles really did get on my nerves. Like, I low-key don't like his ass, but it was just beautiful. Like, the writing, 8 down, like literally 8 down. Are you joking? The quotes, are exactly. But yeah, so I would say, like, if you're into Greek retellings, or you're, you know, into, you know, Greek stuff in general, I would say you definitely should check it out if you haven't already. Like, who hasn't checked out Song of Achilles? Like, I don't think I need to tell you to do that because you've already done it. I'm just letting you guys know I read it. Next, we have Ace of Spades by Farida Ayimide. I know I butchered her name, and I'm so sorry about that. But I really wanted to give it a try. But, you know, unfortunately, guys, I did not like this book. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, you know, just because, you know, she a sister. You know, I'm not trying to one star on my sisters. Like, I just can't do that. I can't do that. Nothing in me is gonna make me do that. But that's really kind of how I felt about the book. Like, when I was reading it, but also in hindsight, I just felt like it was just kind of, I don't know, like a little bit dramatic. Like, some of the stuff that happened in there, I just didn't get it. So, you know, we're following a guy and a girl. I forgot their names already, but they go to this school that's like pretty much full of only white people. They're the only black people that go there, and both of them end up getting like harassed and stuff consistently at the school, and they don't know who it is, or like confused like who it is and stuff like that. And yeah, pretty much everything starts unfolding, and they start unfolding the secrets of the school that they go to, blah 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 blah. But yeah, you know, I don't think I'm gonna give any spoilers. I was about to spoil everything, but I'm not gonna spoil anything. But, you know, I'll just say that, like, why was she dating that white girl? Why was she dating that white girl, guys? I don't think I want to elaborate on that, but I'm gonna just say, why was she dating that white girl? It didn't make sense. It literally did not make sense. Like, I kept thinking, like, is this not the sister? Wasn't she like the sister of like her friend, someone's friend or something? I don't know. It was something weird with it, or did she catch her? I think she caught her snooping around or something. I can't even remember, but I just didn't understand it. I did not understand it. Then we got the guy, his father is in jail or something. I was just like, oh my God, why is he in jail now? I don't want to say anything else because that'll definitely be spoiling. So I'm going to just leave it at that. Y'all, it really wasn't for me, but I definitely still think you should read it. It's a black author. You should read that shit. Even if you don't like it, even if you do like it, you should read that shit. And I'm actually in the minority. A lot of people like this book a lot. So, you know, you should check it out. Definitely still check that book out. Next, we have another black author, and y'all, I love this one. This is The Secret Lives of Church Ladies. This was so freaking good. This is by Disha Y'all, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. This is a short story collection. I want to like actually read the little blurb. The Secret Lives of Church Ladies by Disha Y'all explores the raw and tender places where black women and girls dare to follow their desires and pursue a momentary reprieve from being good. Like, isn't that so nice? It was so nice. Like, I liked all the short stories out of there. All of those short stories were good, 5 out of 5 stars. There were some that, you know, obviously I liked a little bit less, but still they were all written beautifully. They had a nice message at the end of it. They all actually made, you know, kept me thinking. It made me like feel for like my black sisters for real. Like, there's also queerness in here too, and I thought that was really nice. No, not all the stories. I won't say all the stories, but there was like 3 of them that were like that, and they were all just really, really beautiful. And I just like the little lessons that was in each of those short stories. You guys, A Little Life, 3 out of 3 stars. If you don't know what Little Life is about, we're pretty much following 4 friends, and there's a lot of other side characters, but mainly we're focusing on 4 friends that live in New York, and we're starting in their college days all the way through pretty much like senior years and stuff. And yeah, so we mainly follow the perspective of Jude, though, who's a lawyer, and he has a dark past, but his friends don't really know what's going on in his past. So this book, I'm sure you've heard of it. I don't think I really need to, you know, be like, do you know what I'm talking about? It's A Little Life. You know what A Little Life is. It was beautiful. It was really, really beautiful, but I have to say, like, it definitely was given trauma porn. It was definitely given trauma porn. You know, I didn't hate it, I didn't love it, but would I say you should read it? I think that's up to you to decide. I think you... Oh, sorry, on my throat. I think you gotta decide that for yourself. You know, if you read the trigger warnings, which I can probably put up here as well, just so you know and stuff. If you read the trigger warnings and you feel like any of that is going to be triggering for you, you should definitely not read it, because it's not going to lightly glance over it. It's going to go into the deep, dark, nitty gritty. Like some parts of that story, I just, you know, I really had to pause. I really had to pause and be like, really, like, so much more, like all this much more. I was like, how much can a person take? You know, and I know that's the purpose, you know, of the book and stuff, but definitely don't read this if you you know, have any trigger warnings up here that you know are gonna like set you off. If that does not apply to you, then I feel like you probably should give the book a chance. You know, it's a lot, and I definitely think that you should probably read it when I'd say you're the happiest. Definitely not when you're like deep in the pits and stuff, because it'll make you pretty sad. You know, also I would say try to like find an audiobook for that too, because I tried to find the audiobook, or I found the audiobook for it, and about like a third of the way through, that really helped me like actually get through it, because I was kind of struggling. I don't know, I got to a certain point where I was like, I cannot read this physically anymore, because I've lost. Okay, so the next book is Normal People by this sister, my girl, Sally. Hey, Rooney. Hey. No, literally, Sally Rooney ate this hoe up. And you know what? This is when I have to what do you call it? I have a bone to pick with some of you romance girlies. I have a bone to pick. I feel like a lot of you romance girlies don't like this because you can't accept the raw truth of what a real relationship is like. Because this hoe was feeling so realistic. It was feeling so realistic. You know, that's really my gripe with like the romance genre. I just feel like a lot of it, it's just almost too many rainbows and butterflies for me. And their so-called issue in the third act of the book is never enough. It's never enough, and it is not giving to me. Okay, so what I liked about, you know, Normal People is that, you know, our main character, I don't know if I said what it was about, but we have our main character, Marion and Connell, and we pretty much follow them, you know, through their like 20s and stuff like that. And they start out in high school, and Marion, who isn't really that popular, she's not really friends. I don't even think she has any friends at all. And Connell, who's pretty much popular, and you know, he is that guy, and he has girlies that like him, and woody. And then we also follow, or a few years later after they graduate and stuff, we follow Connell, and you know, things are different for him. All his friends that he had in high school, you know, just weren't good people. Who would have thought? You know, and he doesn't really have that many friends anymore. Like, he didn't really know anybody, but he ends up running into Marion again, and she's like the life of the party. The girls love her, the guys want her, obviously. And which, mind you, oh, sorry, I seen a bug, but which, mind you, Marion in the show, she is so pretty. I just loved her face. Like, she just gave. I really liked her. She was so pretty. But anyways, and she did a really good job acting, girl. She ate it up. Both of them did. They both ate it up. And, you know, we're pretty much just following them two and, like, their little romance and stuff and how they get together. And it was just really cute. And I really liked following, you know, both of their perspectives and, like, their thoughts and stuff. Like, especially Marion. Marion was, you know, an interesting girl. And Connell was interesting, too. You know, I liked reading his thoughts, too. I probably would say it was probably, like, 4.5 stars for me. I feel like kind of in, like, some parts throughout the middle of the book, I kind of fell off for me a little bit. I was kind of like a little bit bored, but yeah, like it was not for too long. It was not for too long, but yeah. The last book we're gonna talk about is a 5-star read. We're gonna end it off strong. Is Things Have Gotten Worse These Days by Eric LaRocca. I think that's how you say his name, I hope. That was 5 out of 5 stars. Things have gotten worse since we last spoke as a disturbing descent into the minds of a master manipulator and someone who's struggling to find their place and is desperate to find somewhere they belong. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was good. Like, it was short for one. It was short. I think it was like only like 100 pages, maybe even less than that. But yeah, it was really, really short and really fast. And like they said, it was like pretty much emails that you're reading. So it kind of made it like almost like you were reading a text or something, or just reading people's emails. So it was like really easy to digest and stuff, but it was crazy. It was literally crazy. Like, I was like, what the fuck by the end of it? Like, I was like, what the actual heck is going on? Is going the fuck on? Like, shorty took it there, and then the other shorty took it there. Like, I mean, wow. I mean, it was crazy. You guys, that is it. Those are all the books that I read in 2021 that I wanted to review, you guys. And as always, thank you again for watching and tuning in. Please like and subscribe, you guys, and check out my other content. And I promise you that I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to try my best. I already have a few video ideas that I have in my head. I just need to execute them. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. What a wonderful